We hear an awful lot about farm to table. Well, here's the farm and here's the table. These chips were grown in this field using the corn from this field right behind me. Sometimes on a warm day, nothing beats the magic of a train ride. And at the Monticello Railway Museum, that is exactly what you can do this weekend. It is certainly a fitting location here at Oak Ridge Cemetery and the Vietnam War Memorial to be kicking off such an important ride. Well, good evening, Jennifer. Police have been on scene here for several hours along Glendale Avenue in Tilton, where an armed suspect was said to have entered several residences, ultimately leading to what police described as a possible hostage situation. One of the things that truly makes this exhibit unique is just how up close and personal kids are able to get to law enforcement. And getting to see the helicopter behind me certainly does the trick. Orange Schluter was known for those signature overalls and, of course, his famous fried chicken that he served at Bibb's Country Restaurant. But more importantly, he was known as a friend to the community. They're the sounds and scenes that make the harsh realities of war clear as day. Realities that remain vivid through passing years and new generations.
I know that he went in February 17, 1944, and he went missing around October 16, 1944.
Billy Beeson is talking about her grandfather, Private William Zimmerman, a man she never got to meet.
He was in the 117th Infantry. It's my understanding the whole platoon was surrounded by the enemy in Germany. My Uncle Bill, who passed away 2 years ago in November, said there used to be a picture of him on the wall, and that my dad would just look at it and cry and want to know when his dad was going to come home.
Private Zimmerman never got to come home, and neither did his remains. There was never a funeral back in Illinois. It was something that bothered Billy and the rest of the family.
And I think as you get older, there's more things that you begin to realize about life being so precious.
It's why they began working together to have him memorialized here at Danville National Cemetery. And when the day finally arrived, emotions ran high.
It means a lot to know that even though his body isn't here, that we'll finally have a place to come visit with him, bring him flowers. Hopefully someday his remains will be here, but it's quite an honor to be able to do this today.
I think it's long overdue that it should have been done a long time ago, but I don't know why nobody even followed through with it, you know. I think it's wonderful. I really do. I think they've run out of their way to help.
And through a tribute like this, the memory of Private Zimmerman becomes more than a fading newspaper clipping. It becomes living proof of the horrors of war, as well as the power of family to come together.
When I was younger, you just didn't hear very many girls with the name of Billy, and I hated it. But now that I'm older and I've done my research and his name was William, I carry that name proudly.
Proud to carry on a name and a legacy well into the future.
Straight from Mountain Eden in the state of Illinois. It's bounded by the Wabash, Ohio, and the lakes.
There's quicksand in her swampy land, and in her fields there's snakes. But these are slight diversions, and take not from the joy of
Living in this garden spot, the state of Illinois.
They're the faces of small-town life in central Illinois, each one with a story to tell, and maybe a few secrets to reveal.
Out I went into the world, where I passed through every peril known of wine, women, and joy of life.
It's a series of poems, and it's all the people in the cemetery of Spoon River speaking from the dead, speaking from the grave about their lives.
For director Phil Funkenbush, staging this play in Petersburg holds special meaning and pays homage to Edgar Lee Masters, who wrote Spoon River Anthology.
He was born in Kansas, came to Petersburg when he was a young boy here in Menard County, lived with his grandparents and parents here, and then when he was 11 years old, they moved to Lewiston over in Fulton County.
All that time compiling and inventing stories about the joys and struggles of life on the prairie.
All of Spoon River watched and waited for it to work, but it never worked.
People have relatives who were, you know, mentioned. I mean, there's names in the book who were around here in Menard County and over in Fulton County and Mason County, and so there's just something, you almost feel a need to do it justice.
Do you remember when I fought the bank in the courthouse ring?
For actors, it's a chance to feel connected with their characters.
These are real people with real struggles and things that people can relate to on a day-to-day basis. And so that's really the thrill for me, is not so much the uncommonness, but the very commonness of it. So this gets to emotion and feeling, and again, just like before, getting the humanness of it all.
Sex is the curse of life.
This has been one of my bucket list shows. I've wanted to do this like this since I was in junior high. Finally getting the opportunity. This is the perfect place to be doing history, you know, from the river and, you know, the people that lived back in time, and some of them during this period of time of New Salem and Lincoln and all that.
I fear your dancing days are done, oh Johnny, I hardly need.
We've done a lot of theater pieces and plays about this land and the people here, and there's always someone that's related to somebody. And it's a family thing, you know. There's something extra to it. It's more than just putting on a show, although it is a great show.
There's quicksand in her swampy land, in her fields there's snakes.
Something extra to be able to tell the stories of this place
In this garden's from the state of Illinois.
and give a voice to the faces of the past.
The state of Illinois. The state of Illinois.
Ryan Burk found out how the community is coming together to make her dream a reality.
Who are you calling on your phone? Mickey again?
When you walk into Brianna Singh's bedroom, you don't have to look far to figure out what makes her smile.
She smiles. That's all she does is smile.
Smiles that are all the more amazing because of a life full of challenges that are anything but something to smile about.
She actually shows me how strong she can be. I never thought I could be as strong as I am, but she's actually been the one that has taught me how to be strong. Yeah, Mickey, Donald, Minnie, Goofy.
Bree has Alexander's disease, a rare neurological disorder that has caused this once healthy girl to endure seizures and progressively lose her ability to walk.
I get memories on my Facebook, or, you know, you run into pictures in your photo album, and you see where she used to walk, you know, and used to be able to do things that she can't now, and it breaks my heart.
It's why her mom wants to give her a 10th birthday to remember. A visit to her favorite place.
I asked her one thing that she wanted to do for her 10th birthday, and she said she would like to go back to Disney World. So that's where we're going to go.
Bree had a chance to go previously thanks to Make-A-Wish. It was a trip of a lifetime.
We have definitely a lot of memories from that day. We went January 2017, and everything, that's all she talks about. Obviously, you can tell, I mean, she's a big Disney fanatic.
Now that she's trying to go back, her mom is raising funds in a unique way.
Oh, I'm throwing a 5K at Fairview Park in Decatur. It's on April 28th. Even just to have people just come out and be able to meet her and show her love and let her show them the love so they can all see what I'm talking about, that she impacts people's life for the better.
Hoping a community will come together to let Bree forget about her struggles.
Tell Minnie. Tell her. Say, leave the doors open, we're coming.
And bring this girl full of smiles to the happiest place on earth.